Alright. That also cleaned the bathroom, or the shower. You know how these eco-friendly things work. It has a U-drain and it drains slow and all the water percolates over a coil which heats up the cold water. It saves energy. It's energy saving. So like the wastewater warms up the incoming water. It's cool, but with the nature of it, it gets really gooky. So I'm doing my little bit of Jumbo Butcher Baker. Then I'm gonna head to the gym. Because I keep thinking, oh, I need to, because the butcher stuff's refrigerated, and I realized that many times I would actually just go to therapy afterwards, and it would sit there for at least an hour in my bag. And so on top of that, you know, I'm like, it's sitting there sometimes during the summer, even in warm air. So it's like, meh, I'll just go walk for like 40 minutes, sit in the sauna, have a day, then head home. I feel like I missed something, because those buildings have always been there. Those are like one of the first things here. They're start block housing or something, but this whole area seems like it's missing something. I'm gonna have to go back in some of my videos from walking this to see if they cut down trees or something. So yeah, because of things on, well, last night I didn't have an attack, but I definitely woke up at like 3 o'clock. Probably had that lingering pee-pee notification because, you know, I'm old. And after that, let's put this over my shoulder, my sport clothing in the Albert Heijn bag. But I started browsing a bunch of TikTok because I thought, trying to functionally do things. So when I woke up, I thought it might have been, you know, the time in which Aaron's lamp turns on, but daylight savings time. So like 5:30. So I just waited and waited and waited, and eventually his light didn't turn on. I was like, what? Why? Oh. So I went out and I was like, oh, maybe I gotta go pee. So I went pee, walked out to the kitchen, got a refresh of water. Usually that helps me go back to sleep. Did not. But I also realized it was 3:33 in the morning. His light wasn't gonna turn on for another 3 hours. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just watch some TikToks and I'll get so mindless, and then I'll eventually go back to sleep. I eventually wound up going back to sleep. So, that's fun. I don't have a water bottle. I'm done doing cardio in the gym for like 40 to 45 minutes, and I don't have a water bottle. I'm like, what the fuck? But I commented on a mental health post that I'd seen from an American. I've been doing it a lot recently, saving videos or adding them to my favorites. Now I'm hard on myself, obviously. I wonder where this unworthy comes from. And it's nothing from here. It existed before. Did it exist before football? Probably. I'm going all the way back 22 years to my suicide attempt. Kids are freaking out over here. Let me finish eating, we'll talk. All right, so I got done eating the sandwich, went back in, talked with Philip, and then talked with Joy inside Porter, well, not inside. Probably gonna swing by there Friday and have some FUD. Anyways, so what I meant by exploring the suicide attempt is I'm also even exploring not the concept of us adopting, but like my personal adoption. How does that not ring in the background of unworthy when you have the constant reminder that your mother, even in a responsibility idea, let you go, gave you up? And then when I was like 18, 19, I was out of high school. I had a suicide attempt. One, it was based on a lie. Someone tried to pull my leg and it sent me over the edge real bad. And so, but the thing is despite the fact that it was based on a lie, and on top of that, someone even would do something like that and then didn't even feel bad about it, considering the repercussions. My parents had me in a mental hospital for 10 days afterwards. 10 days? It's 22 years ago. I kind of forgot already. And so, but that's the thing, is during my recovery, with all the various therapy sessions and group sessions and all that stuff that was going on in there, I tried to make a reparations call and see if I could sort things out as part of, that sort of issue with the person that was of the source of the problem, and get things sorted out. The problem is I mixed up phone numbers because they were actually very simple. For instance, these are not any numbers that I know of anybody, but they're probably still valid numbers. 253-8303, 253-6118. So with my stupid autistic brain, I probably put in 253, meaning to type 8303, and I wound up putting in 6118. I wound up because they were both numbers in my head. One of them was to the guy the other one was to one of my friends. The reason why I put that in quotes is because I attempted to commit suicide and was borderline in the process of doing it. Would I have not broken down when my mom came and checked on me? Then I went to the medical hospital to get my stomach pumped, and after that, I wound up going into the psych ward for a little while. And at that point, what it did, I would have been in there for the entire length of time, would have came home, and I don't know how long it would have taken any of my friends to contact me. So let's just go with 10 days. So I tried to die. One going to a medical hospital, one going to a psychiatric hospital. And at like day 6, I wound up actually accidentally calling a friend, and everybody was like suddenly really shocked because they didn't know. And then after that, when I finally got back home, everybody started distancing from me. So things were a bit awkward afterwards. And that, but, oh no, I'm fine. No, it was just a suicide attempt. I failed it. Messed up. Thankfully. Good to go. But am I really over it? Did the only social group I have abandon me in a struggle for life and death, mentally and physically? I wasn't worthy enough to be cared for by them. I wasn't worthy enough to be cared for by my birth mother. And after a fashion, my adoptive mother was dealing with her own problems, doing the best she can, but it was still very awkward. I mean, it's not like I was very tight-knit with the social group anyways. I was never invited anywhere unless they needed a car or someone of the age to buy them cigarettes. All right, so I just did some hamstring stretches here. Gabriel was here, so I talked with him about some private lesson stuff. That was interesting. Maybe December, we'll have to work some things out. He doesn't know what's going on. He's started a new workout regimen himself, so. Anyways. It'll give me something to do other than the gym when Aaron's in the States, after a fashion. But yeah, I'm gonna head down to the thing here. It is. So once I do that a little bit, it'll give me about 45 minutes. And then 15 minutes in the infrared sauna, and have some coffee and head home. I'll talk to you guys afterwards in case any thoughts come in. I know a few of you are probably going to want to talk about the things I brought up before, but I need to sort those things out in my head yet before I start volunteering before I start taking advice on that. These are pretty serious subjects. But just letting you know how my brain's going right now, and that I am attempting to make progress on processing it. I do not know a solution, but, at least there may be a source that can lead to a solution.